what's up, everybody? This is SojuTalk, your weekly shot of K-pop. This is the first summer special episode going out as a podcast on September 5th, but we are live streaming off of Twitch on August 2023. August 23rd, 2023. That's a lot of 23s. I'm with Twitch. Hey, what's up, everybody? Hi, guys. Say hi in the chat. Say hi in chat. Say hi to YouTube. I'm also with Doug. Hi, Doug.
Hello.
Hello. Feels weird that you're here. You know what? Follow us on Twitter. Join us on the Discord. Come follow our socials. I'm probably in Korea right now. I've probably posted a lot of food pics. So if you want to look at food pics, you can come join our Instagram to look at food pics. How you doing, Doug? How you doing?
I am doing all right. I am ready for this live stream.
Yeah.
I got a quick disclaimer though.
Yeah.
Live stream Doug has a lot more spicy takes than podcast Doug does. So be prepared for some takes today. This is all for fun though, so don't get too angry if you really like XG or some of the members. I might say some crazy things, but it is what it is. Yes.
Yeah, it really just sounds like you're just Hot Take Harold.
Yeah. Hot Take Harold comes out a little bit during the live streams.
Okay, it's good. It's okay. We'll just cut out if you say anything too stupid. That's fine.
That's true.
But people in Twitch will get to witness all that. That's fine. Okay. Anyways, today I thought it would be a good idea to go look at all the songs that have been coming out of XG so far. XG is a group we haven't really discussed on the show. We'll get into that later. But today I thought maybe we can kind of talk about who they are, talk about why we haven't talked about XG so far, talk about their releases. We're going to listen to them together, kind of, rank them between spicy, bland, and tingly like we did last time, and kind of just go from there. Sound good to you, Doug? Harold?
Yes, sir.
Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. Well, here's XG, right? XG is under X Galax, which is a subsidiary of Avex. They debuted in 2022. So far, they have 3 singles, a couple pre-releases for their upcoming EP, which is set to drop somewhere in September. And this is actually great timing because their latest pre-single dropped this morning as of recording date, just about like 12 hours ago or something like that. So good timing,
Avex is a big company, right?
Avex is a huge company in Japan. Yeah, big J-pop folks. That being said, I don't know who actually is under Avex.
Yeah. Additionally, my knowledge of XG is not the best. About a month ago on one of the episodes, XG was brought up and I was like, I don't listen to XG, and everyone was shocked. Turns out though, I have heard a bunch of their songs before. I just didn't know that they were XG songs. So I have a better knowledge than y'all think. I dug deep a little bit lately, and now I know like 3 of the members. So yes, let's go.
Okay, well, here are all 7 members of XG. It was a little hard because a lot of their concept photos, they're like covering their faces for some reason. Like that. This other photo that they had, like who are these people? Like I can't tell.
The most ridiculous thing is on K profiles right now. They're using some version of this photo shoot, and you can't tell who's who. To be fair,
exactly. I was like, it's a cool fit. Don't get me wrong, but like besides Harvey, I can't tell who is who at all. Like, okay. So, anyways, I think I matched all their names. I might be wrong. If I'm wrong, please kindly tell me how I'm wrong. But it's a 7-person group: Harvey, Juria, Kokona, Jurin, Maya, Hinata, and Chisa. All Japanese. I believe one of the members is half Australian, another member is half Korean. But for the most part, legally speaking, all completely Japanese. Which is, I think that's kind of we haven't talked about XG on the show, right? If you had to.
I can recognize 3 members.
Yeah.
Harvey, Kokona, and Jurin. My favorite and least favorite member are within those 3.
Why you gotta hate on Harvey like that? Can you stop? What did she do to you?
She ruined my ears, dude.
What do you mean? Bugger off.
I'll let you know on which the parts that I don't like, but yeah.
I will admit, I also recognized Harvey the most out of these folks because she has a very unique voice. Okay, I was wrong. I goofed up Hinata and Chisa. God damn it.
Bro, to be fair, they look really similar right there.
You guys have no idea how long I spent like in this chair last night. I was like, I think this is Hinata and this is Chisa. And I went back and forth between these two a million times.
Which one's correct? I don't. Okay, that's correct.
No. It's
okay.
Chisa's on the far right, and then Hinata's the one on the left here. I believe Jurin is also another member that stands out a lot. She is like, to me in my head, she's like the center of this group.
She reminds me of Matsui Jurina from SKE.
You're only saying that because of the name.
No, it's her. They look similar too.
Do they?
They also have that thing where they look way older than their age as well. They do. No, that's not a mean thing. That's just facts.
You're just. I don't know. I feel like Harold's a little better. All right, I'm just kidding. Well, there you go. 7 people. Okay, the question is, why haven't we covered XG on the show? And I think in my head, that's like directly related to like how I define K-pop, or how I used to define K-pop. And originally, it was idol K-pop music coming out of Korea, which I think was a fair take back like, I don't know, like 3 or so years ago. But I feel like that's become a bit of an outdated definition at this point, where in my head now, if something is coming out of the K-pop training system or the production system, that's K-pop. And in that aspect, a lot of the production that goes into XG relies on the Korean system. XG performs in Korean shows. XG, they don't sing in Korean per se, but then again, a lot of their music videos, the way they're styled, the way they market things, their like promotional schedules, all that. I mean, it's pretty K-pop. So that's where my mind shifted a little bit. How do you feel about that, Doug?
I think I vary a little bit. I'm still holding the line that like the majority of the songs need to be in Korean for me to consider it K-pop.
Okay.
From a group.
Okay.
Because like I see, like, for instance, like BTS, their last run before they did the military thing was a lot of them in English, and I considered them like Western releases of BTS, right? Mm-hmm. Like BTS is still a K-pop group, but those are their Western releases. You know what I'm saying?
So it's not a K-pop release, is what you're saying?
I don't think so. Even though they pop up in the K-pop market, I think they were more. It's like what was the intention of this song? You know what I mean?
Would you say aespa's Better Things is K-pop, or do you think that's just pop? That's Western pop?
I think that is a English song by a K-pop group.
Interesting. Okay.
My argument also kind of extends mostly because there are so many various like veteran solo artists now who are doing a lot of music that I wouldn't consider K-pop, even though they were traditionally K-pop artists. Like a Jackson per se.
Like a Jackson person, right? Like
even though I think like Bam Bam is doing more K-pop still because a lot of his solo stuff is in Korean.
See, that's not the only thing though. Like language thing aside, like Bam Bam solo stuff, if you look at it, it feels K-pop. Like he performs in music shows. It the production that goes into it is like reliant on the Korean pop industry. Jackson's kind of strayed himself from that. Where he's like,
asked the question: do you think an artist can be multiple, like Western pop, J-pop, and K-pop? I think absolutely.
No, I think I agree with that too. And this is, in my head, this is where XG kind of falls in. And I feel like the way they have been talking in their marketing releases, it's kind of like that too.
Yeah, but doesn't their director guy say we're not K-pop?
Okay. So here's the thing. There's 2 layers to this.
Yeah.
There is the AVEX CEO guy, and then there is Jacobs, which is the XG lead producer, or main trainer man or something. Jacobs was a person in, I want to say he was in Mad Dogs back in the day. Like he was in or Sea Clown. He was in one of those early 2010s K-pop groups. His name, and he said basically that this group is X-pop. And then recently in January, he put out a post on Instagram saying, we don't want to be tied down by a geolocation or a language or a specific genre or an industry. We just want to do good music and try new things because we're a very inherently multinational group. And I think that's fair.
He was in a DMTN.
Dalmatian.
Yes, that was the group he was in.
Oh my god. Oh my god, yeah, he was in Dalmatian between 2012 and 2013.
Mm-hmm.
He was in MC Mong's album at some point? Good lord. Oh, well, this is the guy, Jacobs. Or Jacobs, I don't know. Yeah, he basically framed it as we're X-pop, we are kind of everything, kind of not anything at the same time. And I was like, okay, I mean, I understand where he's trying to draw the line. He wants to stand out from the kind of crowd here with the multinational approach, which makes sense because they're coming in from the J-pop industry. But then again, in my head, all their marketing materials, all their production system, their entire like promotional schedule is all reliant on the K-pop system and the K-pop community. And I'm like, okay, at that point, you're just a K-pop artist. That's in my head, that's what it is. Like, sure, XG performance in Heads in the Clouds. They did. But so has DPR Live, and that doesn't make DPR Live like a, you know, American rapper. You know what I mean?
I think that's fair.
Yeah. The reason a lot of people were ticked off in the beginning was the thing Avex's guy said. Avex is led by this guy called Max. I know a lot of these names sound like our Discord mods, Jacobs and Max. But this guy was basically saying stuff like, "Oh, we're not K-pop. We're using K-pop." You know, and I was like, "That's, you know, you don't want to sound like you're using somebody. You don't want to sound like you're using K-pop producers." And that's literally what he said.
Yo, he needs to get his 159 centimeter ass out of here. Let's be straight up.
No, 157. That's even worse.
157. JK.
Also, I mean, like, he also had a series of scandals where he was, like, very misogynistic against, you know, female celebrities. So, you know, it's not a great look, you know. So I'm coming in with all these, like, backgrounds in terms of, like, what their producers have said in the background, even though XG is filming a variety in Korea, fully speaking Korean. And at that point, it's like, okay, you're a K-pop artist. You're doing what K-pop artists do. You're part of the community there.
It's impressive the use of languages by the members, because like I think the standout feature for me is the English pronunciation is like some of the best I've seen from a group based in Asia. Right?
Oh yeah,
like it's insane how good it is.
Especially in their songs too, you can kind of tell, and we can go into that in a second. So I wanted to kind of like lay that out in the beginning, because some of the folks online think Korean people are like just xenophobic against Japanese people for being pissed off about XG, and I think the situation is a little more complicated there, where I feel like they're failing to acknowledge and recognize where their credit is due, and in fact they're a little disrespectful when they shouldn't be. So that's where I was kind of turned off. But then again, I try to dissociate the art from the controversies a little bit whenever I can. So here we are. And I mean, for the most part, I like their shit too. So
yeah, Warren's a fan. He like one of the reasons he went to Head in the Clouds was to see XG. To be honest, right?
To be frank, I've like seen DPR enough times already. I don't want to see him again.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. No. Here's the thing. I'm going to a festival in Korea. I am. I'm going to this show called Rap Beat Festival. Guess who is performing on the day I go?
Well, I assume XG's going.
Well, no. DPR Live is apparently going to be there on the day I go too. And I'm like, I don't want to see your face again. Okay, let me. I'm trying to find the set list, but day two was Taeyang, Zion T, Just Music People, and DPR Live, and all these other folks. And I was like, I've seen DPR Live too many times. Like, this is not.
Wait, they got Joey Badass to go to Korea?
Oh yeah, no, Jay Badass is performing on Saturday.
Oh, okay.
I know, right? anyways, I'm like super excited for that show. I haven't logged into Instagram on this account, so I can't pull it up. But anyways, I'll talk about that more. I'm actually not gonna see Joey Badass because he's performing Saturday and I'm busy Saturday. So, anyways, they have 7 releases since they debuted. Starting off with Tippy Toes. You want to start from the top, Doug? Sound good?
Sure. Just count me in when I should press play.
Okay. All right. Cool. Okay. So, we're gonna go check out XG Tippy Toes. This song released in March 18th, 2022. As of recording date, they have 26 million goddamn views. It's crazy. Okay, cool. All right. Doug, you ready?
Yes.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So this was the debut of XG Tippy Toes from March 18th, 2022. Tears made a good point in the chat. I was like, I recall this being like really hype when it first dropped, when I first checked it out.
This comes off as more of like a less is more type of song, you know? Where like they ain't trying to do too much. They're just kind of cool. It's like a very minimalist chorus. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of minimalist chorus, but they pull it off pretty well here.
Remember how like... So, you know how like K-pop in general has been shifting towards like more like minimal bedroom pop production for like year or so ever since New Jeans happened. This precedes that because it's March 18th, right? And typically in K-pop back then, a song like this wouldn't have flied. And I think that's also why I kind of drew the line, because like this kind of sound was not a thing in K-pop back then. We were still doing like super energy, high energy choruses. Someone said Fearless before Fearless. This reminds me a lot of Fearless too, but just a lot more like reserved, if that makes any sense, right? Yeah. Production's pretty straightforward, and a lot of XG's tracks follow this very heavy hip hop and R&B kind of formula. This one does as well. There's this nice bass loop playing, some nice trap drums. Not too much else. And during the build up, there's these like nice chords that play so that, you know, the R&B vocals can sing. And that's I feel like that's pretty good. Comparing this to Fearless is rude. Fearless is good too. I don't know why you say that. I don't know. But anyways, I feel like when it first dropped, I was really excited about it.
You know, if you think about it now, in August of 2023, this is not like an all-time classic, you know?
No, it's not an all-time classic per se. It's just it's nice. It's nice. It's not bad. Yeah. There wasn't a moment where I go, "Ooh, that's awful." You know what I mean? In fact, your least favorite member came on the screen and you were like, "Oh, that's not bad."
Okay, no. Okay, number one, I think my problems, okay, so if you don't know, sometimes I have issues with Harvey's rapping, right? That's like one of my biggest complaints about XG. I feel like sometimes the delivery is just like over the top to be over the top.
Elaborate. What do you mean over the top to be over the top?
You'll see in some of these other songs, like it's like all up in your face. It's like crazy. It's like the delivery's kind of.
That's her thing.
I get that. That's her thing. And then whenever Harvey's on the screen, I'm like, this is what Ariana Grande's trying to look like these days. Sorry for throwing her stray bullets, but
what did Ariana do to you?
Like, Ariana Grande licked a bunch of cupcakes, and I haven't forgiven her since.
Okay. Now, you know what? That's kind of fair. I don't like her all the time. I like her sometimes. I liked her on the Cypher video. That was a thing a while back. Well, probably not gonna look at it today, but anyways, Tippy Toes. That's tingly, yeah? That's tingly. It's not bland.
That's tingly.
That's pretty tingly, yeah?
Oh yeah, it was Donut Series, yes. But this is a tingly song. Let's see what everyone else. Let us know if you think Tippy Toes is spicy, tingly, or bland. I don't think it's spicy by any means. Yeah. I think it's tingly.
It's tingly. typically when people think it's spicy, everyone in chat starts like, oh, like y'all start spamming. So I think nobody was like, oh, that's awful. We were just like, yeah, it's all right. It's pretty good. It's pretty groovy.
It's fun. It's fun.
It's a nice debut. It's a nice debut. And I think it kind of established what XG wants to do. Look good. Their music is focused on rap. Their music is focused a lot on hip hop. I would say XG's strengths are stronger with the rap music. Stronger with the rappers. And this is definitely a showcase of that. But then again, the vocalists were pretty solid as well.
Yes.
They danced too. Did they dance under Tippy Toes? I imagine they did. I don't know. That was a shitty joke. I'm so sorry.
Yes, it was.
I will leave now. Goodbye. Anyways, Tingly. I think Tingly is good. Okay. Let's move on. You want to do Mascara, Doug?
Sure.
Mascara.
Count me in.
Yeah. Okay. So Mascara is Mascara is a release from June 29th, 2022. Been a little over a year. 47 million views. This is their second single. I saw my IRL friend in here somewhere earlier. Oh, there he is. I'll talk about him later. But XG Mascara. This is their second single. 47 million views. I don't know. I guess you can dive right in. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Ooh.
Okay. That was Mascara. XG.
Bro, that's spicy.
I feel like this is one of their better songs. Period.
This is like one of the. This is like, if not like top 2 songs for them.
Same. Okay. This song has Harvey in the front and center. That she does the chorus.
Okay, I got a question.
Okay.
I've had this question.
Okay.
So the chorus, they have Jurin stand in the front half of most of the choruses, right?
Yeah.
That's not her voice, right?
Her voice. It's her. I think it's like partly Harvey's voice. I think the second half of it was
because like when they go Jurin into Harvey in the second chorus, it doesn't sound any different between the two people.
No. Your ears aren't working.
Are you sure?
Okay, you know what? Maybe it's my ears. It says this is all. But Harvey's the one saying, "Boy, you gonna get it." Okay. This song is where I realized I'm probably not the target demographic for XG. You know what I mean? Because unfortunately, I'm usually not the one fixing my mascara after I get broken up with. Like, so, I don't know about you, Doug.
So this song, I think there's 2 things that like really hold this song together.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
I think that it's honestly the vocal part, not the rap part, I think really holds this song together.
Really?
The Chisa and Juria sections, I think really allow this song to be like better than it has like than it should be. No,
those parts, they're strong too. I will admit that. I'm not gonna ignore that because I think it's around second chorus. And it was very clear that she's drawing a lot of attention in a very short amount of span of time, and that's talent, especially in pop music, right? I agree with you. I mean, the rap's pretty good too. This is, I think it was Kokona who takes the lead on the second verse.
That's my second thing. I think Kokona takes she's super important to this group.
She is super important.
If she's not there to have more traditional rap sections, right? Mm-hmm. The other kids can't do their more like animated crazy rapping.
No, because you
know what I'm saying? Like, she anchors it.
She's essentially Mark of this group.
Yeah, like, you know how like Japanese comic groups have like the crazy guy and the not crazy guy, right?
What?
Kokona's no, Japanese comedy duos, right?
Oh, like the straight man and
The straight man and I don't know what the but you know what I mean. There's a crazy guy and a not crazy guy.
The guy who says
right?
stupid shit and the guy who slaps him and says shut up.
Yeah, if Kokona's the guy who slaps him and says shut up, right? Without her, it doesn't work as well.
That is such a weird analogy. I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense.
It makes sense, doesn't it?
It makes sense. But okay, in my head, she's the Mark of this group, like as Mark is for NCT, because Mark allows Taeyong to be Taeyong. Mark allows other rappers to do more extremified versions of I'm gonna do a laid back rap thing. I'm gonna do a hype thing. In my head, Coconuts doing the straight rap, so that other people like Harvey, for instance, can create a good contrast.
Okay, you are so right that it's all Harvey, because like I was looking at like 2 minutes 40 seconds into the video, right? And Harvey's also singing the lines, but it's mostly focused on Jiren though. That's what got me confused.
But it's her voice. It's her. If you listen to it, it's her voice.
Though. It's definitely Harvey. Yeah.
I'm telling you.
But no, that's what always got me confused about this song. I was like, who's actually singing the parts?
And Harvey, and when Harvey is directed in a specific way, she sounds, and I say this in the most positive manner possible, she sounds so bad bitchy. And that's the kind of energy that's coming from this song. And she and when she does it well, she portrays that so well. It's her voice fits it. Ariana does too. You know what I mean?
No, Teresa. I am not going to say Harvey is my bias. When it doesn't work, she comes off like a Bratz doll.
Okay. Yes.
Like a little bit gaudy and just in your face for no reason.
And on top of that, like the beat. You know how whenever I complain about like Blackpink beats sounding like they're like super like dated.
Yes.
I'm always like, oh, like Blackpink's beats sound like they're like from 2015, 14, 16. I say that all the time because there is good trap beats like this that sound a lot more edgier, a lot more industrial, and that's kind of the kind of vibe we're going for in this song particularly. And I feel like that is, I don't know, I feel like that has a better place in K-pop. NCT will sometimes dig into it, sometimes they will go a little too far and start playing flutes out of nowhere. I don't know, the beat in this song and how like it kind of, if you listen again, right in the beginning there's a very short riser and a big drop where it's like in the beginning. And that like draws you in immediately. Like there's a lot of details like that in this beat that like really pull it together. And I feel like so far they haven't topped that yet. Like I you know what? Yeah. Like Shooting Star Left Right, that's good too. But the beat here is just extra spicy, you know what I mean? Anyways. Should he rank this song?
I think what is the category? I think it's a spicy song.
I think I agree with you.
I don't think the people here are going to agree with you though.
No, people earlier were like
oh, wait. They all hated it.
Let me scroll up a little bit.
Hi Tingly from Koala. Very spicy.
Spicy.
Yes.
Tingly?
Is it Mala?
Bland? Bland
from Koro.
Meh.
Wow.
Tingly. All right. We have 2 for Tingly, 1 for Bland,
it seems
one for
like
spicy.
It's Tingly. Oh, I got the.
We're pretty split right now. 2 spicy. Okay.
Spice. Okay, we both think it's spice. So I think overall we get a low spice.
Let's give it a low spice. Okay.
A low spice.
It's a low spice with the disclaimer that it's a little divisive. It's a
controversially spicy.
Right, yeah. right. It's a divisive, whether you like it, it's either you like it or you don't like it, you know what I mean?
Yes.
It's like Oppenheimer, you know what I mean?
Sure.
I don't know. Yes, it's blunty. That's what we're gonna say now for the rest of the All right, should he move on to Shooting Star, Douglas? Any rapping words for Mascara?
No, keep going.
No? All right, cool. Shooting Star. is their third single. It is a double single with Left and Right, as far as I understand. It released, the music video dropped on January 25th, 2023. This is at 48.8 million views as of recording date right now. Yeah, I mean, I guess we can dive right into it. Shooting Star. There we go.
Woo.
There we go. Shooting Star by XG. I feel like this was a bit of a shift, right? In terms of how the songs sound. The first two was definitely a lot more hip hop based. To this one feels a lot more R&B based, if that makes sense. We have rappers doing vocal sections like Coconut in the second half of the choruses. Same goes for Harvey. I think the two highlights for me were Juria and Chisa. Who take the Chisa is the first half of the chorus, and then Juria the second half of the the bridge, the pre-chorus, the build-up. Man, they were just so good.
The reason why the song is so good is because if this wasn't produced well, you would have one of those songs like we cover on the podcast where we say these transitions were kind of crap and it sounds like two different songs. Right?
Yeah.
If they were bad. But the production holds up. It transitions perfectly between the two types of things, like the two types of songs, and then you end up with this, right? That is why this song works. If the production was bad, this song would be like one. We say it all the time on the podcast. Sounds like we were listening to like 2 or 3 songs shoved together.
Yep. There's this pop heavy chorus and bridge section, and then if you go into the verses, it's like this basically a rap song at that point. It's like the bum 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 that part. And I feel like, honestly, I don't think it's just about the transitions. Those two parts were really built to be complementary really well from the get-go, and I feel like I really appreciate that. A lot of producers who I think build those songs where there's meant to be switch-ups and change-ups will do it for the sake of doing it, and then those songs sound like they're just 3 different songs put together. You get the idea.
Hey, you could mash up songs without saying "and mix change up" and then switching the song, guys.
Big wave. What
this song teaches us.
Big wave.
Like, you don't literally have to tell the audience, "Oh, we're gonna switch it up now." You can just do it, and it could be a flawless transition.
You don't have to do a break.
Yeah, you don't have to let us know. We're not dumb. We can understand that you're gonna shift it a little, right? Like, yeah.
Another highlight for the song was the intro from Jurin.
Yes, I think it's actually the right move to make such an in-your-face intro, because it gets you like, oh, what's going on here? Like let's say you're at like a club fair in your college or something, or your school, and then one booth is popping off, right? You go over, then you're like, what's going on over here, right?
Yeah.
That's what that intro does on this song.
It draws your attention, is what you're saying.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a really catchy verse. Like, writing a catchy verse is not easy. You know what I mean? The whole, like, everything I do is A1 flawless. They can go and send pandemonium, right?
This is the first song we've listened to that I think will hold up, and this is an iconic song. This is iconic.
This is, I think... Yeah, it's not really I think. Everyone pretty much agrees this is their top song, like, pretty much. And another thing to think about is, earlier we mentioned that this is a bit of a shift from the first 2 tracks, and this is, first of all, it's proof that there's a little bit of range, right? Second of all, it's proof that they can go in several different directions within one sound, because this is definitely a continuation off of the hip hop and R&B sound we had with the first 2 tracks, but then it feels a lot more pop friendly. It feels a lot more. Look at them, they're smiling. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah. The last song was literally about don't cry.
Is it Hinata who's the first chorus of the song? The girl with the pink hair at like a minute in? Whoever sings the first chorus, the first part, does a really good job. I'm impressed.
I think you were correct. You have the rewriting on up.
Yes.
Yeah. This person. I believe that is Hinata. Yes, I'm looking on.
I know we get a lot of Jurin in all of these songs because she's pushed forward a lot, but at the same time, everyone else is pulling their own weight across these songs. Right?
I agree with you.
They give them parts for sure.
Even Coconut, right? Like, who is in my head, she's the main rapper. I don't know if she actually that's her main position, but she plays a part in the vocal section of the chorus as well, and it's pretty solid in my head. Yeah. Okay. I think earlier everyone said spicy already.
This is spicy. There's
Everyone
not even a discussion.
Spicy, super spicy.
If we had an iconic tier, this would be in that too. You know?
Yeah. I don't think we need to talk too much about. Yeah.
Nah, this is spicy.
It's spicy. Yeah. It's like fried chicken ramen spicy.
Yes, sure.
You want to do left and right, and then we can go take a quick break. I gotta pee at some point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Not in a hurry. Just letting you know.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So as far as I understand, right, this is a B-side off of their double single Shooting Star. Shooting Star is the title track for Shooting Star. It's a 2-track double-sided single. And then Left and Right is a complimentary B-side to all of this. So just that's the context there. This was released and the music video dropped on February 13th, 2023. This one has 38.4 million views, also pretty high. Also a lot of blue hair as well. All right, Doug, you ready?
Yes.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Spicy?
Yeah.
This is a good
song.
This is a good song. Good song. Okay, we can move on.
This is the song that really shows off the pronunciation of the English lyrics, I think.
Oh.
Because in a song like this, where it's a little more subtle, right? Mm-hmm. If we got some wonky pronunciation, it'd be very obvious. You know? No, like straight up, right?
No, yes.
Like, it'd be very obvious. And you know, I think this song and the previous one, Shooting Star, just start to really show off the range that we're gonna hit, you know?
Yes.
With this group.
I agree.
Yeah.
And mind you, in my head, this song is not a very friendly song. The production is very minimal. It's not minimal the same way Tippy Toes was, but it's minimal in the way that it's closer to a pop R&B song, if anything, like a PB R&B, something that you would hear from, I don't know, Ariana Grande or one of those folks. Because it maintains the pop friendliness, but it's a lot more slower. It's a lot more less of a, there's not really a busy chorus or drop or anything like that. Sure, PB&J, whatever you want to call it. And I feel like that is typically difficult to pull off if you don't have the right skills for it. And I feel like, again, the vocal members pull through. In my head, Juria was just really great. She was great pulling all the way through to the final chorus where she does the high note. That was really solid, I really like the styling for this video too. And I didn't want to mention it earlier in Tippy Toes or Mascara because I wasn't really sure how I felt about their styling. Their makeup looked a little dated, but this one looked pretty cool. I like what they're wearing. They don't have weird blue hair. You know what I mean? They have blue fits. It's a little different.
There's a little bit of blue hair. There's a little bit of blue hair.
Just a little bit, but like not in your face about it. You know what I mean?
I think this is the song that proves that Jacobs or whatever is straight up cooking. Like, you know what I mean?
Cooking.
Like, he's cooking. Let's put it this way. Well, I'll put it a better way. This is the song that proves he's an extremely talented producer. Because it is very easy once you got your formula down that worked to just keep doing the formula, right?
That's true.
Once you can start to do different things and it still works and people are still into it, that's when you know you got something.
This song is written by Jakob, right?
Someone Cora wrote, this song proves the quality of that kitchen, which I completely agree with, right?
Yeah.
I completely agree with that.
That's a very... There's only one chef in the kitchen. And then there's a lot of sous chefs, right? Chancellor, the KR&B artist, is here. Nave as well. Purple as well on the production list here. I don't know what the rest of their production looks like. I'm going to look that up real quick. Actually, I'll do it here. Star... Oh, it doesn't say here. Never mind. Shooting Star. XG.
Do you know what their album sales are? You got numbers?
These are singles so far. Are they releasing?
Oh no,
do
we got physical sales? Like, I'd be curious to know what they're looking like.
Not super sure.
Okay.
Shooting Star was produced by Yung San-sei from Fukuoka, Sean Bowie, Clint Ford, Matt Kelly, and then Jacobs. I don't know any of these people except the Avix guy. They don't have any physicals yet, apparently.
I'm very curious to see what the number would be, you know?
Given their unique place, I would, yeah. Yeah.
This is spicy.
This is pretty spicy.
This is extremely spicy.
Yeah. Right here. Yeah. I'll put it right after Shooting Star, before Mascara.
Okay. I think that's fair.
Yeah. Pretty fair. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's fair. Yeah. The more we listen to XG, or the more I listen to, because I don't have too much exposure. Seen a lot of their songs using TikToks and things like that, right? But the more goodness you realize you have here, and the more you realize that you wish some of your favorite K-pop groups would release a similar line of tracks. I'm not talking individual tracks. Like, this is a good run they got going, right?
Yes. This was a great 4-track run. I will agree with you on that.
It's a fantastic run.
Spoiler alert, I'm not sure how I feel about this next run of 3 songs.
Well, yeah, so I remember when we released our podcast episode where this song was named.
What is it, Doug? What is it?
Some people agreed with me that they were very confused about the pronunciation. More than you would have expected, right, Warren?
There was a couple people, yes.
They all thought with me that it was Girl Give It, but no, it is Girl Gang, apparently.
It's just like Jackie Y. Jackie Y spells her name with a V.
Yeah, but who's gonna say Jackie Y is relevant in 2023? Let's be fair.
She dropped a song the other day for Street Woman Fighter 2. It is spicy as shit, my guy. You gotta check it out.
It's spicy, but let's just say it hasn't reached the non K-hip-hop listeners.
All right. Well, that's fair. Well. All right. Well, Girl Giving. We'll talk about Girl Giving once you come back.
Hey, to be fair, Jimmy, there was about like 7 people in our comments who also thought it was Girl Giving too.
This is true.
So it wasn't just me.
But you also have to admit, plenty of people were like, ha 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 ho 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 hee hee hee. Did he say Thanksgiving? What's going on here? Okay, we're gonna go take a quick break so I can go pee. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello, SojuTalk Nation. This is Anita here with a quick PSA. If you would like to support SojuTalk Kpop Podcast, please like, subscribe, or follow us on whatever platform you're using. And consider joining our Patreon at patreon.com/SojuTalk or donating to us at paypal.me/SojuTalk. On behalf of the crew and myself, thank you. Now back to our regularly scheduled episode.
All right, Warren, let's get into Girl Gang.
All right, we're back from break. We're gonna go into, Doug, what is this called?
This 1 minute and 57-second song apparently is called Girl Gang.
Girl Gang. Spelled GRLGVNG. So I think, it's a fair mistake to make. For context, the audio version of the song is 3 minutes and 8 seconds. So they chopped off a whole verse and a half here. So just wanted to give that context. The music video and the audio version came out June 30th, 2023. They're currently sitting at 12.9 million views as of recording date on August 23rd. I assume that'll hit 13 soon. Yeah, let's get into it. 3, 2, 1.
It's ridiculous that this isn't longer.
Do you want to listen to the audio version too, real quick?
Nah, I've had enough.
Yeah.
I've had enough.
I will admit the second verse, which they completely cut out, is pretty good. It's a shame that they for some reason decided to make this version so short. I'm gonna assume it's because of production value, to be honest, because this music video screams money. Look at that.
This is expensive. Literally.
It's like straight up Matrix over here, like Cyberpunk, Y2K.
Evangelion.
Yep. Neon Genesis. Like the moment in the near the end where there's like a huge in the background, there's this huge like monster or robot or whatever. Salmon made a whole statement about it. Well, I am not aware of such said statement. Let's talk about the song, right? I think the song is following a bit more of a traditional trap song kind of vibe. The beat gives that's what the beat is. It's a pretty straightforward trap beat. If you are not a fan of this kind of aesthetic, you're gonna probably think it's generic cross between Travis, ASAP, Drake, 21. That being said, I mean, I think it's a fine beat. There's nothing particularly wrong with it, but I am not sure if this is going to be suitable for the pop listening audience that were a fan of Left and Right or Shooting Star, if that makes any sense.
Well, the way they've produced this, I feel like it really comes down to how are you processing the chorus, right?
Yeah.
It feels to me like a lot of the song just leads into the workflow chorus, right? And I think it really rests on your opinion on the song will rest on how you feel about that chorus.
I think that's the way it works in the music video.
For sure.
Yeah. In the audio version, because there's an actual second verse, it fits a little better. Their verses, I think, what we heard in the video just now, I think it's pretty fine. But in my head, I feel like the chorus was a little weak. It wasn't particularly hype, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean? It's there. It happens. I still remember.
It's a little hype, right? Like I'm like, ooh, Jordan, let's go, right?
Right, but it's a little hype, not like crazy hype. You know what I mean?
I agree.
Yeah. All right. Maybe you should listen to the second verse from the audio real quick. How about that, Doug? Everyone in chat is like, check it out.
No, I want them to rest with their decision making.
Okay, that's also fair. Because they made the active choice to release it as half a video.
It's their decision. They didn't have to. Right? I think you gotta be responsible. I'll listen to it, but I think they need to be responsible for their choices.
I don't particularly remember it, but it was really good.
No, I'll listen to it. We could play it, but I'm just saying, you know.
Well, you just said we're not going to.
I said I will.
Okay.
I'm just saying they should rest on their laurels.
Do they have an official audio version? I'm gonna check real quick. I'm gonna look on the XG channel.
I'd say arguably less people watch the music video than listen to the music, though. I will disagree on that. I think when release day comes for music videos, people watch the music video first, and then decide to listen to it on streaming platforms.
Oh god, yeah, we have Anita with that. She was like holding off on listening to ASAP because she was like, "Oh, the music video hasn't released yet." I was like, "Just listen to it." All right, but this is true, Koro. It is a pre-release. I don't see a official audio version. All right, well. We'll have to listen to this. We'll have to listen to this version from Jaguchi. I think it is what it is. Doug, do you want me to send you the link to this?
Yes, but to reply to the comment, no, I'm not saying that they don't stream the music more, but I'm saying that the music video ends up being the first impression. You know, and I feel like that could deter certain people.
All right, you want to skip to like a.
Give me a timestamp here.
Yeah, let's skip to like 1 minute in, or sorry, let's do. My ladies are fire. Let's do 1 minute 10 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. You want to just finish the song, or you want to just finish the song?
Might as well.
Yeah. Okay. We'll be right back after we listen to the rest of the full song. 3, 2, 1. Okay. So the rest of the song covers a little more of the rap section, does a little bit more of the chorus.
If I would be honest, this is the least convincing of all the songs we've listened to so far, in my opinion.
I kinda agree with you. And it was a bit of a letdown because I do feel like okay, in general, this is a rap song. This is a rap song.
Yeah.
The vocal members are doing vocal sections that are structured like half of a rap verse. It's essentially a rap song. The chorus is a rap section. The verses are rap. The vocal sections are doing rap. That being said, I know how capable these folks are of rapping. I've seen their ciphers. I've seen their previous releases. We've just heard all their previous releases. And they're good. It's just, I don't know, something about it just doesn't hit.
So this is a pre-release, and you know how on the pod I always say, like, I want the pre-release to get me excited about the main release, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm looking for. I don't know if that accomplishes this.
Really?
Unless, yeah. Because I was, in my head, if we got, like, another 2 songs of this, right?
Uh-huh.
I'd be like, man, this is not the album for me.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? And to be fair, I'm not the biggest K-rap fan or J-rap fan, whatever you want to call this. X-rap fan, right?
X-rap fan, yeah.
I'm not the biggest X-rap proponent, so I don't know.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. Quick highlights. Coconut's rap section in verse 4. That was solid.
She just had so much balance to this group. You need her. She's like, you need her. She's that like extra thing you add into the soup, and you're like, all right, the flavor has arrived.
She is the packet of MSG.
She's the packet of MSG.
She's the packet of MSG.
Yes, absolutely.
They said use the flight. Oh my god, crew so tight. The note we unlock. I mean, like I'm not sure if she probably didn't write the lyrics to that part, but like that, the way she delivers it is so on point. She's got incredible range. I think it's pretty solid there. How'd you feel about the hot pot line from your favorite member Harvey?
Well, I've learned to not dislike her as much during this pod, for sure, or this live stream. She's still not the biggest fan of her delivery, but I can see why it adds to their tracks. It adds something a little bit different.
Okay. Sounds like somebody's coming around.
Some of the lyrics on this song, though, were like, I don't know. Like I get like some of you like these weird lyrics or these like what I would consider like
yummy out the pot.
A tad bit like on the nose lyrics. I don't know.
I mean. Bear with me for saying this, but to put it bluntly, this is the degenerate song of XG's discography, and I mean that in the best of ways. It's meant to be a little stupid. It's a trap song.
I understand that. Yeah.
So I think that's where I actually appreciate yummy out the pot. You know what I mean? It fits. That's the role she plays.
You're yourself when you say something like that, you know?
I mean, no, I don't normally say yummy out the pot, but like, I'm not a rapper.
It's just funny that you're like, without context, you're arguing, yummy out the pot is a fine lyric. Like, think about that without context, right? This is actually crazy. When you discuss trap music and stuff, you can like rationalize saying these things out loud, right?
Yeah. Yummy out the pot. That's funny. Things we say, it's like we're channeling our internal Justin Bieber here. That's what it is.
It does work though. I will give you that. Yeah.
Anyways, let's talk about where this song fits in with our rating chart here, right?
Okay, I want to hear what everyone has to say first. How should we rank Girl Gang?
See, I'm a little split. That's the thing, right? I'm a little split. I'm okay with Tingly. I'm okay with Bland as well. Cause
that's where I am too.
Hearing the beat and with the visuals too, I would have expected it to hit a little harder.
I'm just not a big trap person, so that completely influences where I would put this song. But most people are saying
everyone's saying Tingly
better than Tippy Toes.
Yeah. More tingly than the toes. You know what? I'll give you that.
I think enough people put it there where, like, regardless of where I would want to put it, it's not really affected. You know, if we all have an equal vote in this.
No, yeah, I think it balances out.
Yeah.
But like folks mentioned, Girl Gang, aka Girl Giving, is the pre-release for this upcoming EP. And we are about to dive into their 2 remaining pre-releases for this EP as well. The title track, I don't actually know when it's dropping. I'm actually not sure if that's been like clearly laid out yet or such. Yeah, it doesn't say. Maybe it says here, over here. Give me a moment. Nope, that's also past it. All right. Oh wait, their first mini album is dropping September 27th, so maybe we'll get a chance to cover whatever this title track for this track is gonna be. Title track for this EP is gonna be, but September 27th, yes. But the next 2 songs, TGIF and New Dance, was more explicitly marketed as this is the pre-release for the upcoming EP or album.
Maybe we cover the upcoming song at the end of the pod on State of the Nation. maybe that's the play.
I'm okay with covering it as a main piece too.
Well, it depends on how many like traditional K-pop songs are up that week. You know.
Yeah, we'll have to see when you get there.
Yeah.
Partially because we are going on this long summer break. And I would like to cover Rocket Punch over XG if I'm honest. But we'll see what happens there.
Okay.
Okay, you want to start off with TGIF?
Sure.
All right, TGIF is this released August 4th, 2023. Currently, it's sitting at 7.8 million views. It is like I mentioned earlier, a pre-release for their first mini album, New DNA, dropping September 27th. Yeah, I think we can dive right into it. It's 2 minutes 56 seconds. I don't think the audio version is any different from the one in the music video, so we are good there. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Let's talk about TGIF. Doug, you ready?
Yes.
All right, 3, 2, 1. How do you feel, Doug, about TGIF? Thank God I'm Fly. Is this the first time you're hearing this?
No, I've heard this like 50 times.
Oh.
This is probably the song I've heard like the most.
Really?
Because
wow.
You have to think, when we had first talked about XG and I started to explore them, it was right before this released. Right?
That makes sense.
So that's what formed my opinions of Harvey, is this song. Does this make more sense now, Warren?
This is a Harvey song. This is
100%.
This is the Harvey song. Every time I hear another person say, you say I'm cocky, every time other people say that, I think they're trying to be Harvey right now.
But you could understand why my opinions have shifted now that I've listened to the other songs, right?
But I really like Harvey on this song. That's the thing.
I think it's just a little too forward.
That's kind of the point. It's the absurdity. That's what's getting to me. You know what I mean?
I think this song is this is like the coming out party for Maya, I think, in this track.
Really?
Right? Yes.
With the top part of the second verse?
Well, I forgot exactly where her part is, but it's really good, whatever it was. I don't remember.
I'm so tidy, hot and breezy, off the heat, yonder, YZTC.
This part.
Yeah.
A lot of people we got some people saying I ain't even get tingles for this one.
Yeah, I don't know how I felt about the rappers on this track. I liked Coconut's verse again. One thing I'm noticing about XG now that I'm going through all of their songs like this is all of their songs have really good intros. They just draw attention right away. And this is another example of that, where Harvey in the beginning, she's like, when I met my ladies, oh, the party don't stop, which is a pretty simple line, but the way she delivers it, again, bad B energy, so much, the word y'all asked me not to say. She delivers that so well. And I understand if you don't like it, it's not gonna be for you. I get that. But on the other hand, that is the direction they wanted to go with. I think to a certain degree, yes, you're gonna be a little divisive about it, but I appreciate taking that risk, because I'm pretty sure they were aware of it. I'm sure they were aware of it when they were recording it, but they decided to go with it anyways because that's the direction they're going in. You know, I respect that decision.
I have a take about this group. I feel like a lot of the songs, I'm just waiting for the Kokona part.
Okay, I don't know if I'd go that far.
I mean, I would say, well, I'm not saying like I'm literally just waiting for her part, but you know, in certain K-pop groups where you're like, oh, I can't wait till this member goes, right?
Yeah.
I feel like that happens a lot. I feel like because she anchors a lot of these songs, which you said yourself, right? You said, oh, she's the anchor to many of these songs.
Yes. She's the MSG packet.
I'm not saying the other people are bad in any stretch of the imagination, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm saying is like, typically you're like, well, her part was the part that really pulled it all together, right?
Yeah.
I think that mirrors a lot of K-pop groups too.
But I don't think she was the glue for this song. I think the glue for this song is...
Oh no! Obviously, the main thing you get from the song is the Harvey parts.
Right.
Yeah.
That being said, I appreciate trying different things, and this track is definitely a direction in terms of let's try something different. It's a deep house track that feels not underground per se, because this style of music has been somewhat mainstreamified in hip hop music recently. So I would still group it in with like hip hop music, but it is not as expected as Girl Gang or, you know, Tippy Toes for that matter.
I think they made a song to be the divisive, and this is what you end up with.
Right.
You know.
Right.
Relative to the first couple, first like set of tracks, right?
Yeah. It was very clearly. I'm pretty sure they are aware of how divisive they were going to be, and I appreciate that they went with it. But if people think it's bland, it is what it is. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, this is primarily pop music. It's not primarily hip hop or experimental pop music. I
kind of like the song though. The chorus. Like I know I've seen some people say I wasn't really digging the chorus or something like that, right? I kind of like it. I think the choreo kind of works for it too.
Also, I really like how forward the choreo is. Like, I usually don't say that about dance, but like this section,
this is very choreo focused.
Yeah, like when they go into after the second chorus and they're in their yellow outfits, I was like, damn, I don't know what it is, but that looks really cool. Maybe Anita can elaborate, but I don't know.
I've heard other people say it's a little this is the most chanty of their songs. That's objective.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, that is very chanty.
You know how like a lot of people, when we talk about K-pop songs, like if there's a chanty song, it always gets brought up, right?
Yeah.
People talking about the chant, the chants and things like that. This is the most chanty of their songs, clearly.
I agree with you there. Yeah. And I know people said that about Mascara. But this is way more in your face about it because of the way the instrumental is so... It's a lot more minimal too. Like it's not very forward about anything.
Well, I don't think there's a problem with chants though, but when you put a chanty part in a song, your song lives or dies by it. Does it not, right?
What do you mean it lives or dies by it?
I think when you make the decision to have a really chanty chorus or something like that in your song, people will judge you on that chant more than anything else in the song.
It draws in a lot of attention.
Right.
Sometimes a little more than typical choruses should, and people
that's my point.
Yeah. Like Doa was saying, it's either it could be really grating or too repetitive. That I do see that. Okay, well that was TGIF by XG. Thank God I'm fly.
What are y'all thinking about this one?
I am, as much as I think I appreciate the direction, I am okay with putting this in bland. Personally, I would put this in tingly. Oh wait, the color matches really well with bland.
Oh no! No!
I didn't plan that out. Like this is the same color template I used for this the other day.
Oh no! Let us know what you guys think. If this is a spicy, tingly, or bland song.
Yeah. Did people say earlier anything?
I kind of like Tippy Toes more than Girl Gang and TGIF, to be fair. Man, we got tinglies and blands, most likely. If it is tingly, it's gonna be at the low end, right? I would assume.
Probably, yeah.
The color speaks.
I'm okay with bland.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, because regardless of when you jump in, of anything, like when you first start watching wrestling, or you first start watching like Formula One, or you first start watching any kind of show, you hold that song a little bit higher, regardless of the quality, right?
Yes.
This is my first song that I saw the release for, right?
This was your intro to XG.
This was honestly my intro, other than like the songs I had heard through TikToks, but I didn't even know were XG, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's why I find this one tingly.
Okay.
To be honest. But it seems like our audience is very in between tingly and bland on this one. But, okay, well, I'm put it wherever.
To balance that out a little bit, I'll put this in bland.
Okay.
To balance that out a little bit. Because I do think this is their weaker song compared to the rest of their discography. Albeit not too long, not too extensive yet, but yeah.
This last one I have not heard yet.
I have not heard this one either.
Okay.
This will be a first impression.
This is also a pre-release? Question mark.
This is also a pre-release for their upcoming mini album, New DNA. You can tell because it's got the same cover art with the greenness. Maybe there. I don't know. The color fits really well. Okay, we're gonna go on to New Dance by XG. This track released 14 hours ago, today, August 23rd, 2023. Sitting at 900,000 views, but that's probably not accurate at this point. It is, wow, it's 11th on trending.
We got a Irvtron New Dance Song of the Year in the comments, Warren.
Really?
That's what we got.
Song of the Year.
Yeah. Okay, I got my expectations have been raised now.
Willoughby says I listened to it a couple times today. That to me, that sounds like you liked it.
Yeah. Standing by it too.
Damn. Okay, doubling down. All right.
Let's go.
All right. Cool. All right. New Dance. 3, 2, 1. Oh, that how it ends?
I think so.
Oh, that kind of was an abrupt ending.
There's a lot of interesting choices in this song, right?
Honestly,
this is way up my alley. Number one, the thing that sticks out the most to me is how storytelling the lyrics are, right?
Okay, I don't think I was paying attention to the narrative and the lyrics. Elaborate.
What they literally tell you about how they're learning a new dance.
Oh,
dude.
well, yes.
Like, very rarely in K-pop, a lot of times the lyrics are just kind of like fluff. They're just saying ridiculous things, right? I found the lyrics to be very storytellery, which I enjoyed a lot. Additionally, I found out of the recent songs we covered, right? The last couple ones, I really like how they approach this sort of like this is their being relatable song, you know?
Yes.
Like
yes.
The bar to entry on this song is probably the lowest.
It's also the closest to the current K-pop meta.
You know, Therese has a good point here. She said, I wish they switched up the chorus a bit like I just learned a new dance and I'll show you how to do it instead of just the same thing over and over.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. It's a bit of a repetitive chorus. Yeah. In my head, I think they're going for this relaxed, toned down, summer at 6 p.m. kind of vibes. That's kind of nice. It's. I don't think it was I don't think it was trying to do anything hype. It was just kind of going along with the groove. Like Doug mentioned, they're building on relatability, both at the way the song is styled and the way they are styled in the music video. It's a lot less rap heavy. In fact, rappers like Coconut is doing a vocal section. I think everyone except for like Maya and Jurin in the beginning is leaning into more of a vocal thing. Harvey's doing Harvey over there. It strangely fits in my head. It's a
Poro wrote, "This is with Super Shy and Better Things, where we spam the chorus because they think they know it's really catchy. This is like when you're playing Tekken or Street Fighter against someone who's not that good, and you have a really effective combo. You just keep spamming the shit out of it because you know you're gonna win. That's what this is. You know?
Yeah, I don't really like that though. That's the thing. And in combination of, okay, here's another side of this thing that was coming into my head while I was listening to this, is it feels very TikTok friendly.
Yeah.
Almost in the way that it's a little too much. It's a little too in your face about, please make a TikTok with this song. Tell me how you learned a new dance. And I mean, the moves they show off in the music video, I think it was Therese who mentioned that they're not showing off their new moves in the show, in the video.
I agree with that. That's the critical flaw with this song, is they keep talking about a new dance move, but then they don't go like, this is the move, y'all, you know, and do it. Like, it's not super obvious what the new move is. I think it's actually the move in the second, towards the end of the, I don't even know, actually. Oh
no, yeah.
At least on first listen, it's not extremely obvious to me what the new dance move is, right?
Well, if they're, I think typically when K-pop songs do TikTok challenges, it's like, oh, here's the choreo, do this along with the song. With this one, it feels a lot more open-ended. It's like, oh, this is a new dance, you do your thing out there, and I think they're hoping that people will take their creativity with it and just go for it.
Yeah.
Is that what they were probably going for? Right, Irvtron's essentially saying the same thing.
It might be the X signal at the end.
X signal at the end.
Go to like 3 minutes 10 seconds.
3 minutes 10 seconds.
Like, yeah, 3 minutes 10, 3 minutes 12. It might be that. Yeah.
Okay, I did see that a couple times with the hands.
That's actually what they were going for.
And they do say X a lot in this song as well. I mean, when they don't, but I don't know. When I understand this is pop music, but whenever a song is like too forward like that with the marketing, I get turned off real quick.
Really? I liked it.
I think it was alright. It was I don't know. I don't think I really vibe with this one particularly. I'm okay with Tingly.
This is not song of the year for you, Warren.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't know if this is song of the year.
Put this at a high tingly, if not a low spicy. I enjoyed this one thoroughly.
I'll put this in tingly. Is that how are people feeling about this one? See ya, Irv.
I don't know. There's a lot of discussion, right? Because I think a lot of people are hearing this for the first time, or the second time or third time.
Yeah,
tingly. I'm seeing a lot of tinglies.
Yeah. It's definitely a summer song, but
I feel like for me, some of the stuff we covered in the middle towards the end was a little unapproachable, right? It's a very in your face or whatever. This one does give off, like, I'm not going to say it sounds like a New Jeans song or anything, but I get the relatability, that kind of parallel for sure.
It's definitely in the meta. It's definitely in that meta of like approachable pop music. It's chill. All of that, I feel like that kind of makes sense in a different way than Tippy Toes. I'll just plop it right in the middle here. Does that sound good?
Yeah, plop it in tingly.
Yeah, plop it in tingly, right in the middle. Right above Tippy Toes, right in the girl gang. Not necessarily saying that represents everybody's opinions, but I think that covers pretty well.
We're gonna have to wrap up soon because I gotta dip eventually. But for seven tracks that we got to talk about today, they're all like above average. Like, I didn't hate any of them,
Honestly, yeah. I mean, we did end up placing TGIF in bland, but I kind of did that because it's the weakest of their 7-track discography, not particularly because TGIF is an awful song.
I'll put it this way. There's groups out there that wish and like some of their songs were TGIF level. So fair?
Maybe.
I think the highlights for this group are extremely high, though.
Okay, their highs are very high.
They're extremely high.
Their ceilings are very high too.
Yeah.
Would I want a regular K-pop group doing TGIF? I don't think so.
I don't know. All I'm saying is I know that let's put it this way.
Okay.
Based on song quality, not what the song sounds like 99% of groups would be happy having 7 songs that are about this quality of these songs, right?
Okay. Yes, I agree with you on that.
Right.
I agree with you on that.
If we sum up all the parts, those 7 songs, and how we feel about all of them and their discography so far, almost all groups would be like, yeah, we're doing real well with these.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
Koro in chat said Everglow could use a TGIF, and I completely agree with that. I think that goes very well with what he said in episode 249, because if you dig into a lot of their earlier marketing, or just anything before their very long 1.5-year hiatus, a lot of this would fit in with them pretty well. Maybe not Shooting Star and Left and Right, I'll be honest. But I see a world where they could do this kind of music, and yet they are stuck doing kind of the same thing over and over again. Pirate was definitely a direction outside of where they were going.
Pirate was dude. Pirate is so crazy. I listened to it like yesterday.
Yeah?
It's like, I can't believe they released this, man. It's like, I don't know. It's like a guilty pleasure song for sure.
I'm Jack Sparrow.
Yeah, dude. Some of their songs are crazy.
Yeah.
Here's
the thing.
I'd be willing. I'm more convinced now that I'd be willing to cover them on the pod. I'll say that. And
Yeah?
I was
Okay.
opposed to it about a month and a half ago.
Here's the thing. If you ignore all the stuff about K-pop, X-pop, that thing, like it's pretty good music overall. It's pretty good pop music.
Yes.
Very danceable, very well performed. Do I like certain members over the other members? Yes, I do. Do I don't like a couple members over the others? I don't think so, because I feel like, again, with their song quality and with the member performances, there's also a very high floor. If that makes any sense.
For as much as I'll joke around and say I don't like Harvest, she's extremely important to the sound. For sure.
Oh, you've come around to Harvey.
I think I am a what's her name? I am a Chisa stan though. If I had to pick a bias based on these 7 songs from today.
Oh, okay.
I like the vocalist. Yes.
It's a little hard for me. I'd probably say either Juria or Kokona.
I will agree, as Koro's saying, the talent level in this group is extremely high.
It's very high. It's
Very high.
They're very good.
It's very obvious they're good. And
let's
say that if they're weak in certain spots, they're doing a fantastic job covering it. You know, like
I think I could point to a couple of weak spots like Maya's rap, but I think it's, for the most part, it's not really an issue if you think about their competitors, to be honest.
And I think that their team and the production team is doing an extremely good job, which is honestly all you can ask for. You put out as good. Honestly, at the end of the day, for K-pop, you put out as good of a product as you think you can put out, and you see what happens, right? Whether it works or it doesn't. And I would say they could definitely be proud of what they've put out so far, for sure.
I agree with you on that. I'm looking forward to their mini album. For some reason, they've done 3 pre-releases to a mini album, which is a lot for a mini album. A mini album is typically anywhere between 4 to 7 songs, so that's like half the album already. I thought, for all intents and purposes, this is gonna be a full album because they've done like 3 pre-releases, and I would guess they're gonna do another one or so. But it is what it is. We will maybe check them out once their album drops on September 27th. But until then,
I hope you guys enjoy the next 2 weeks of potential live stream VODs that Warren would release, but one of them might be corrupted, so we'll have to see. And we'll be back in like 2 or 3 weeks or something, right? Yeah.
We will be back in the middle of September. If you want to keep up with where we are and how we are doing in terms of coming back, or what we're doing and what we're up to, follow us on our socials. Come to our Discord. If you at me, I will probably reply back to you. I'm not difficult to find, I think so.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. Well, thank you for joining me, Doug.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right. Well, goodbye, and thank you for joining this summer special episode of Catching Up with XG. Thank you, Doug. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
And here's an extra special shout out to all of our Fiesta Patreons on Patreon.com. Bagel, Charles, Cotton Ball, Del Monic, Ellie, Irvtron, Gogu Mama, Honey Pool, Yokab, Liam's Games and Toys, Luke Daniel, NJ Parks, Tier, See you soon. And thank you for joining SojuTalk, your weekly shot of K-pop. And special thanks to our Discord server mods, Jacob, K-Music Erday, Koala, Max, No Bias Luna, Tuggles, and Wolf297.